What's up, my crew members? My name is Andrew from the Superhero Crew, and I'm here with Coach from the Superhero Crew, and we are going to be giving you guys our review on Solo. So guys, spoilers ahead for Solo, a Star Wars movie. If you haven't seen it, go watch it, come back here, and then listen to our opinion on it. So, what'd you think of it?
I thought it was great.
Okay, I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. Like, I thought about it, and I wasn't too fond of it, and then I started getting fond of it, and then I started not getting fond of it. But my official thing is, I thought it was good. Mm-hmm. No, it wasn't great. No, it wasn't amazing. No, it wasn't bad. No, it wasn't okay.
It was great.
It was good.
Yeah, it was
I
great.
thought it was good.
It was great.
The thing is that, you know, like I said, spoilers, but Darth Maul was stupid. Mm-hmm. And if you've seen the movie, you obviously know what we're talking about. But that was really dumb.
Mm-hmm.
But
why was it dumb?
Because why? What's the reasoning?
Because he was in charge of it. After he got
I understand that, but
he went to a planet and he was there for a while, and then actually went back to his home planet where the woman who raised him gave him better legs, and then he got betrayed, and then he went out, and then him and two other guys started the syndicate.
No,
so,
I get that,
mm-hmm.
but why do we need this in this movie?
Why not?
Now that means that we gotta just milk the Star Wars cow even more and make
really.
another movie
It'll,
about what Kira and Darth Maul are gonna do.
You're wrong. You're wrong, because it all goes into place. It all makes sense. It makes total sense. You don't need another movie about Kira.
But here's
he was in charge of the Red Dawn Syndicate.
Here's the thing, though. These are supposed to be like the spin-off movies.
Mm-hmm. But they all have to tie together.
They shouldn't, though.
Yeah, they absolutely
No,
should.
they definitely should be by themselves.
So Rogue One shouldn't have picked up the Death Star?
No. Rogue One was telling the story of what happened right before New Hope.
Okay.
That's what that was doing.
Okay.
It was by itself.
Okay.
This should have been by itself. And also, I didn't like how... Another thing I didn't like was... Han helped supply the Rebel Alliance without even knowing it, basically.
He started the rebellion.
That's kind of a little... a little coincidental, I guess. But yeah, I just the Darth Maul being there, I was kind of like, oh no. And as I think about it more, like I guess it makes sense, but
well, that was because you didn't really watch the Clone Wars.
I did watch the Clone Wars.
The whole thing?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and
Clone Wars, and that's a great show, by the way. Not as good as Rebels. Rebels. What I've watched of Rebels, I haven't seen all of Rebels.
Rebels was great,
but Clone Wars is a lot better than Rebels.
And Rebels had a really sad ending. So
yeah, don't say anything about that.
I'm not going to spoil it, but just definitely watch it.
Yeah, but like Clone Wars is very good, and Darth Maul was in that, and I was like, like they had to bring Darth Maul back. All right, I guess I see what they're doing. Then he was in Rebels. I was like, okay, I think that might be taking a little too far. But if you've seen Rebels, there's a certain part.
No, it fit. It fit.
Yes, I have to say, I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding. And then it kind of does fit. And then that awesome part, I'm not gonna say it, with Darth Maul and another person. I hope you know what I'm talking about.
And also,
it was awesome.
And also, when they showed Maul, he had the robot legs.
Yes.
And also he had the new lightsaber that he probably took off one of the Inquisitors from.
Now, what I am liking, I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle, actually. That I'm not liking it, and I'm also I like it, but I also don't like it. Is how they're really tying in the cartoons with the movies, because Saw Gerrera was in Rogue One, and he first appeared in Clone Wars, then he was in Rebels, and then he was in Rogue One.
Right, well, he was a big part of the rebellion.
But I like that too. Now, the whole thing with Darth Maul happened in Clone Wars and Rebels, and now they're bringing it into... They brought it into Solo, and probably another movie. I guess... I kind of like that.
But if you like Saw Gerrera being there, then you should. Then in the same instance, you should like Darth Maul being in there.
Yeah,
because it's still part of the story. It makes sense.
Yeah,
and and here's the thing, the gangster, the Vision.
Yeah.
Right. I don't remember his name.
Paul Bettany or whatever.
Yeah, he was like this big gangster at the very beginning. He kills the governor. the regional governor of where they were at. And he says, oh, and then come in. Oh, you guys did this. You got it. How can I make it up to you? Go do this mission for me. Okay, so they do it. And later on, as they were saying, he's saying, look, you can't screw this up because you know who I have to answer to. And he was scared. Who's scarier than Darth Maul?
Yeah.
Other than the Emperor. You know what I mean? So it's like, it made sense. Like, if it was just another crime boss or if it was Jabba the Hutt or something, not a problem. Because this guy, he had the ship, he had an army, he had all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then if you look in his trophy room, he did have Mandalorian armor, which is the Mandalorian's armor is like almost like samurai armor. It's thousands of years old and stuff.
And apparently that's Old Republic Mandalorian armor, so that's kind of cool how
it's like
they're showing Old Republic stuff.
So everything's tying in. So he's a real badass. This guy. It just stands to reason he'd be scared of Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Well, a Sith Lord.
He's not Darth. He's Maul.
All right, he's Maul, but he's still a Sith Lord.
Yeah.
He's still powerful. He's still a good fighter.
Was he really a Sith Lord? I mean, he was more of an
apprentice. He was the apprentice. But is Darth Vader? Is he an apprentice? No, he's a Sith Lord. He just happens to be underneath the Emperor. Mm-hmm. So
now
what I'm saying is the apprentice is like a title.
Yeah,
he's second in command, but
yeah,
he was a Dark Lord of the Sith, and Anakin was a true Jedi. He wasn't a Jedi Master until the Palpatine made him.
Yeah. Now we're talking a lot about this whole Darth Maul thing in this, but
let's go
really quick. How do you think they're gonna continue that storyline with Kira and Darth Maul? I thought Kira was gonna die. I was surprised she didn't. And then when then she left to go to death immediately. Darth Maul.
She figured a way to get out without killing Han or getting him in trouble. Darth Maul didn't know Han. He knew Woody Harrelson's character and the Vision's character. They betrayed each other. So now if he's dead, it doesn't really matter. And Han gets away scot-free. Yeah. Obviously, he gets away scot-free. And then now he's going to Tatooine to meet up with Jabba and that whole thing. So I don't think we need to see that story. It's like if they don't with Kira and Darth Maul, if we don't see
we're definitely going to see that story.
Yeah, but if we don't,
because
it doesn't really have any consequence.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. So you're saying that they're just going to leave it as a cliffhanger?
Yeah, I don't see why.
Like
they can go back.
Why is Kira what's Darth Maul doing? What's Kira? How does that lead into him in Rebels?
But I think the whole thing with Darth Maul is so documented in Rebels and in Clone Wars that we really don't need to see more of it. Unless they make a Darth Maul movie about Darth Maul.
Oh, yeah, that would be really stupid.
Yeah.
No, I think I was really hesitant when they made a Darth Maul comic, which was I only read the first 3 issues of it, which was surprisingly good.
Yeah, but also
that was before episode 1. It wasn't even what happened. This happened, this happened, this happened afterwards.
And that's
beforehand.
Most of the history of Darth Maul.
Yeah.
But if you don't read the comics and you want to see it in the movie, they could adapt it to a movie. That wouldn't be bad.
Yeah. But
also the Darth Vader story, the Darth Vader comic, the 24 issues. We got it because it was just for the hell of it. Actually, someone gave it to us.
Yeah.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was really good.
Now here's another thing. Well, we didn't have to have Rogue One because we know the plans were stolen.
Yeah.
All right. So they explained how it was stolen. Okay, where did Han Solo come from? They got him growing up. What happened? The name was a little hokey.
Oh yeah, it's Han what? Oh, well, I'm alone. Okay, Han Solo. I was already, this is...
Take it or leave it. It wasn't a big deal. Then how he got off, why was he a gambler? Why was he a card guy? Why was he he was a pilot and he went
into the academy.
Right, and he was also a fighter. He was a trooper, so he knew how to use his, the guns and stuff. He knew how to fight.
Yeah.
He knew how to fly. Okay, so now we have his background. Well, we were taking it at face value that he was just in A New Hope. Well, he's one of the best pilots. He's a smuggler. He's this. How did it become that? And I think that's why they explain it. The Kessel Run.
Yeah, I was really, when I Because how I found out that the Kessel Run was going to be in the movie was from the Lego set that got revealed. It was the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon. Okay. That Lego set got revealed. I was like, oh, so in Solo they're going to show the Kessel Run. But I don't know about if I want to see that. And they did it well, and I liked it.
And the thing is that the Kessel Run is only done in 22 parsecs. But then he says we did it in 12.
Yeah,
but everybody thinks that parsecs is a measure of time, but it's actually a measure of distance. So there was kind of like a super highway through the nebula. They went not through the nebula. They went into the nebula instead of going through the safe way.
And they took a shortcut.
Right, and then that was, Solo said it. And I like it was great because he goes, did the Kessel Run 12 parsecs? And then Chewbacca said something, and he goes, but you got to round down. Yeah. And he rounds down. How he got the Millennium Falcon. So we kind of know how it. So it was like it made sense how he won it from Lando.
We saw. I like because you thought that he the first time they played Sabacc, it was like okay, they play once, he cheats. You think he's gonna get the Falcon then, but he doesn't. Right. And then at the end he gets the Falcon. Mm-hmm. So that's that and. I like how they did it at the end and not in the beginning, and he has the Falcon right away. It was more like, Han was maneuvering the Falcon through the Kessel Run, right. And so like you see how he's handling it. So he kind of deserves the ship, but he won it fair and square with Lando.
But the thing is too, what I like too is they go through the Kessel Run on the way back. And they're getting pounded and this and the gravity field and everything. And then when they land on the planet to refine the ore or whatever, the stuff that they stole, the ship is really messed up. And then Lando takes off so that when Han wins it, it's messed up.
Yeah.
It's like the Falcon that we know now. He had to do a lot of repairs and this and that. And because the Falcon, when Lando had it, it was just too pretty.
Yeah.
It wasn't beat up. It wasn't battle damage and stuff. So how did the Falcon get messed up? This way. And I like, it just explained everything. So like, okay, if it was something that was too far-fetched, and then we go to New Hope. Okay, it was too much. This thing is here, but now
this is 10 years before New Hope.
Right. I think, though, he's going to go to Jabba, and it might be a few runs. Like he works for Jabba a few times.
And by the way, Disney, don't make a sequel. Mm-hmm. Because you're going to ruin it.
I think you should.
I don't think so, because you have a okay movie or you have a good Star Wars movie about Han Solo's origin, and a lot of people are very split about this movie. Making a sequel is kind of a bad thing to do, because like with Deadpool, it's a really good first movie. It's understandable to make a sequel because the majority of people liked it, but if you have a split, it's a bad idea. And also it should be you shouldn't make Solo 2. It's a bad idea because these should be just standalone movies. If you wanted to do that, then you should have just done a Solo trilogy, which wasn't that was rumored at first,
there is the Han Solo
that.
Trilogy. There's the books. There's the Lando trilogy and stuff like that. I think they're definitely going to do Obi-Wan, and they're going to do Boba Fett.
If they do an Obi-Wan movie, what I need them to do is to just scene by scene from the comic book. Just adapt that part from the comic book, but put it into the movies. That's the best bet, because those, of Obi-Wan on Tatooine, him keeping an eye on Luke and dealing with certain things that Luke would get into, but he would keep an eye on Luke and take care of the things.
Yeah, maybe it was behind
without
the scenes,
him knowing.
Making sure things didn't happen.
Yeah,
well, let me ask you
that
this.
should be adapted.
Let me ask you this: since you hate the fact that Maul was in Solo, how would you feel if he was in the Obi-Wan movie?
Oh, I would be pretty pissed about that.
If he was, I wouldn't
want
wasn't.
If he was, I wouldn't want to see that.
It
should take place, throughout,
I understand, but that whole incident happened way before New Hope.
But here's the thing: was that before Luke was born? Not before he was born. Like before he was older, or was he still a toddler?
Because you could hear Aunt Beru saying, and I think they sampled it from the movie. Luke, Luke.
Yeah.
Remember, she's calling him. So maybe he's a little older and he's keeping an eye on him. It just so happened that the scene happened by the Skywalker farm. So it.
You know what? Maybe that would be interesting, but it should. How they should do it is have Luke look out and then see a red lightsaber ignite and a blue one ignite, and then something happens, and then they close, and he's like, "Oh, what?"
I like
don't show that scene from Rebels live action.
But the thing is,
just hint at it.
You're assuming that people are watching the cartoon. A lot of people I know who went to see Solo are like the movies. They're not reading books. They're not looking on message boards. They're not watching comics, the cartoons.
Here's
they're
the
not
thing, though.
doing
Nowadays, you should, and that's the other thing too.
We're in the minority. Majority of people want to go see a good movie.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I saw Star Wars and I got really into it. A friend of mine saw Star Wars, it was okay. And then when Empire came out, we saw it together. And that was all it. I was like, I have I was collecting the Star Wars comic. I was getting Empire Strikes Back. I have the big magazine size one. But most of the majority of people, like my parents love Star Wars. That's it. They love the movies.
The thing is like...
But who's the bigger audience?
They should be making these Star Wars movies for us. It would make sense to make them for regular people, but I think that they're trying to make it for us.
Well, what's Disney's...
That they're trying to make these movies for us.
Well, what's Disney's game plan?
Obviously to make money.
Okay, but the shareholders need to get
and
paid.
That's the problem with that.
Well,
I understand to make money, but here's the thing: Disney.
We've been fighting about this. They didn't buy Star Wars like it's like a holy mission. We're gonna buy Star Wars and we're gonna make great movies because we need this tale to unravel itself. No. We bought it for $4 billion. They bought, what did they buy? It was something ridiculous.
For
it was like
$13 billion.
Yes, I don't even know, but it was too much money. No, I'm not saying it wasn't worth it, but it's just George Lucas made a lot of money.
They don't want to unravel the story, or they're going to do whatever and then make money. That's the problem.
Well, that's it. But I thought Rogue One was very good.
That was. See, here's the thing.
Rogue One was good. I liked the 2 Star Wars movies. They had little flaws here and there, but I liked it.
Force Awakens and The Last Jedi.
Yeah, I did like it. I'm saying under the Disney regime. And then Solo I thought was pretty good. Now, was it as good as Rogue One? No. Rogue One I think was better.
See, the thing is, I put them both on the same level.
No, I love
my list for Star Wars movies is Empire, New Hope, Jedi, Return of the Jedi, then Force Awakens, and I think Last Jedi, Rogue One, and Solo are all on the same level. And then Revenge of the Sith.
The Revenge of the Sith I would put up there too because I did like Revenge of the Sith.
Well, but that's the better of three terrible movies.
Right, but that was what we goes back to talking to. Well, why did they even make the prequels?
Yeah.
Right? Well, because they wanted to tell the story.
Yeah.
Which made sense. He wanted to tell, well, how did Vader become Vader? All right, we know that this happened. Luke was his son. Oh, he had a twin sister. They had to tell the story. That's why I think we're doing Solo. Yeah. Why not tell the stories? Now that they have, why Lucas couldn't do it, I think, because it was just the money. He couldn't make another, churn out these things. Well, now they have the way to do it.
Yeah.
I think that's it. I think an Obi-Wan movie, I think a Boba Fett movie would be cool. But they got to make a Boba Fett movie. It's got to be, if they do Boba Fett, I think it should not be tied into the rebellion or something. Like, he's out there, how he became this, death of Django, who trained him, the armor, Slave One.
Yeah. And that would be cool to see, and to see a live action version of Aura saying, because in the Clone Wars, she trains him. That would be cool to see. And I think he had interactions with Boss. Now,
Cad Bane.
Now, you know what would be cool? Because there is a deleted part of Clone Wars where it shows how Boba Fett got the dent in his helmet and Cad Bane's death. Mm-hmm. Which was never put into the show. That would be, if you make a Boba Fett movie, make him young, Okay, show him training with Aura Singh.
You should do it right from the second Attack of the Clones, where Jango Fett dies, and what happens then? Because what happens?
Yeah.
He's stuck on the planet.
Yeah,
he's stuck.
he's just with the helmet.
He's looking at the helmet.
Where does he go after that?
And the Mandalorians, like I said before, the Mandalorian's armor is like, generations. Like like it was in Rebels where Sabine said, they said, well, why don't you just change your armor? She goes, this armor's 10,000 years old, and it's been passed generation, and every warrior that wears it puts something on it. So she had all her designs on it. So that's like, it's almost like insulting to tell a Mandalorian that. So now he takes Jango's armor. Well, why? But now also he's a Mandalorian, and they're supposed to be these high, some of them went with the Empire, some of them went with the Rebellion because they went against the Empire. But they have, they're stubborn and warriors. Why did Jango go the other way?
Yeah.
Like, how many Mandalorians are bounty hunters? There's only one. Mm-hmm. He's the character that's wrapped in mystery. He needs to have his movie. He needs to have his time, I think. And how to get out of the Sarlacc pit. That's important too.
Well, did he though?
Well, but I'm just saying, did he or did he not?
Or does he die there? Here's the thing though. I hope not. I hope Boba stays dead. Because making
bring him back.
No. Like making the movie about Boba might ruin him as a character, and he's alive. But why is he alive? The armor, this and that, saved him from.
I'm in charge of Disney, and I go, okay, who's a popular character? Obi-Wan's a popular character. Han Solo's a popular character. Yeah, you know what we should do? Tell the story about the Death Star thing, and then trade into. Oh, that's a good idea. Hey, you know who everybody likes? That Boba Fett guy.
Yeah.
Let's make a movie about Boba Fett.
Let's make the General Grievous movie, the Jar Jar Binks movie, the Qui-Gon Jinn movie.
Well, they
the Mace Windu movie. He's alive,
but then again, Obi-Wan movie, you could bring back Qui-Gon, who...
Just make him a ghost,
Either that, or he could be...
And just bring back Liam Neeson and Qui-Gon's a ghost or something. Mm-hmm. But I think if they were to make a Boba Fett movie, like we were saying before, just keep him young. And show his transition to that, and then
eventually when he gets to
show Empire. the last scene of the movie is that deleted scene, just Cad Bane because Bossk is there too, so you could show Bossk
or
there.
The last thing could be where he's like, Vader says no disintegrations. He goes, as you wish, and then he figures out a way to go with the garbage and follow them, and that could be the end of the scene because then. Then we know what happens next. The carbonite incident and all that at Bespin. That could be the end of the movie.
Or the end of the movie. The end of the movie shouldn't be going on with that. The end of the movie should be like him going to Jabba, and
getting the job to get Solo.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, but.
That should be the end.
Anyway,
or the end of the movie just be the deleted scene, Cad Bane and Boba have the duel. Cad Bane hits him in the head, that's how he gets the dent in his helmet, and then Cad Bane dies. Just do that as the end. That's all. That'll be the end.
Why don't we focus on Solo?
That is true. But this, this is, like a solo review and discussion on how Disney's going to ruin Star Wars. Anyway, but what did you think of Solo altogether?
I thought it was great.
Okay.
I thought it was really good. Were we giving it a rating or just it was good?
I guess I'll give it either a 6.5 or a 7 out of 10. I'm leaning more towards 7 out of 10.
Really? I'm thinking 8.5. I liked it. And I thought Chewbacca was good. Right, the way they met and stuff, which it was kind of like we called it. So they did it, and
Well, I knew how the movie was gonna go. Right, and then I knew exactly how it was gonna play out and how they were gonna do it.
Right. Lando was good. He was okay.
Donald Glover, I think he really encompassed.
Yeah, he was
Lando,
okay.
And I think he was the best actor in that movie.
Yeah, I don't think he was.
I think he was really good.
He was good, but I don't think he was that good. Well, I think the kid playing Solo was good.
Surprisingly, because I've heard a lot of bad things about him.
They said
they gave him acting lessons on the set, and I'm like, really? Oh, he's gonna ruin it. And he was pretty good.
The thing that saved it was Ron Howard.
Yeah,
Ron Howard. Great director.
Well,
I'm just saying he's a great director. And I guess he put it together because they had 4 directors that didn't work out, and they reshot everything. So I think in the end it came out to a good movie. you know, Kira was pretty good. She was, you know,
Yeah, Amelia Clark is good.
She fit into the thing. You know, it's like, oh, let's take the popular character from Game of Thrones and put her in Star Wars. But she actually fit into it. It's like, oh, you have to go. And how they met up later on was very coincidental, but
yeah,
you know, it was okay because it fit. Because if she didn't do what she had to do, then they wouldn't have made it out alive.
Yeah.
So it was good. You know, I like the way it all fit, and the Darth Maul thing. When you know that he was in charge of the syndicate, it made sense.
Yeah.
Did it have to be in there? No, but I think that's who he was scared of. It makes sense. I would be scared of Darth Maul, and I got to make sure I do what I have to do because you know that's like one of those things like don't make me come down there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Maul, we'll take care of it.
Yeah.
You know.
So, anything else to add?
No. Go see Solo though. Definitely see. If you're a Star Wars fan, go see it.
Oh yeah, definitely go see it.
It's a good time. And the one recommendation I could make: don't waste the money on 3D. We did the 3D. You could have saw it regular. It wasn't that much 3D.
Yeah.
Because I like to flip the glasses up and stuff. You really didn't need it.
Yeah. But, alright, anything else to add?
No, I think that's it.
Alright guys, so if you liked the video, please like. Got any questions, comment down below. And also, let us know what you thought of Solo down in the comments below. And subscribe for more movie reviews. And see you in the next one.